And we're back. All the fans want to know. So when did you locate from Michigan to Atlanta?
I moved here in October of 2006. It was a little bit of a culture shock moving from the north to the south. Um,
Let me ask you this.
sure.
What, elaborate on the culture shock, the difference between Michigan and Atlanta.
Saying pop and soda and y'all. How's that?
Yeah, that's a good one. Because I say soda, but people from the north do say pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that definitely, I love different cultures. I don't know if it's just me being intellectually aggressiveness of learning different culture, but I like different people, the way they act and the way they move, the way they talk. I love, like, especially people from overseas. I love getting to know their culture and what makes them different. You know what I mean? So definitely, I want to hear more. Like I say, there's so many questions I want to ask you that we only have a short time. I got to fit it in. Okay, but let's ask you this: what makes you, or what brought you to Michigan?
Well, I moved to Atlanta because while I was playing pool in Michigan, it was hard because I was working 4 different part-time jobs. I wrote for 2 pool magazines. I ran a women's tour. I worked at a pool hall. And then I was starting out giving lessons at that time, but it just wasn't enough.
Let me ask you this: what was the name of the women's tour? Can you remember?
Well, it was the Michigan. It started off as the Michigan Women's 9-Ball Tour, and we turned it into the Midwestern 9-Ball Tour.
Midwestern 9-Ball Tour.
And I ran it with Julie Melvin, who's now Julie Cullen, from distance, living in Alabama.
Now, in Michigan, you wrote a thesis. Tell us about your thesis in Michigan.
So I was in graduate school at Michigan State in Lansing, and I wrote my master's thesis on the pool hall subculture. And in a nutshell, basically I kind of argued that the pool hall subculture is very unique to any other because it's the most diverse. You have every age playing pool. You have men and women. You have working class to construction workers to ex-cons to judges, doctors, and lawyers, and everybody in between. And I just love that diversity.
Yeah.
And every race, too.
And I think that's what me and you join at the hip, because we do get to see so much diversity at the pool hall, race, creed, character, whatever. There's so many different people here that you can learn a lot from, and I'm one for learning. So definitely, I do want to hear.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Definitely. Let me ask you this: say like we have a teenager coming into the game of pool as a beginner, what would be the first thing you teach him as a pool player?
Absolutely fundamentals, including your stroke, stance, form, your bridge, the way you grip the cue, and all of that stuff. It's very, very important that you learn the correct way, and that you practice.
Definitely practice. And you know, we was talking off camera about sports in general and the fundamentals. And we both was talking about stance. In every sport, stance is definitely important. No matter what kind of sports you're doing, your posture, it really matters. So I'm glad you expound on that. The next one, let's see. We did our homework. Tell us a little bit about your music endeavor or your music career.
Well, when I was younger, my parents had me start classical piano at the age of 4.
Age of 4.
And I played from 4 to 18, and I also in that time played about 7 years of violin. And then I was kind of self-taught in the flute, and then for my 19th birthday I got an acoustic guitar. So music is my first love, and pool is my second.
Music is the first love.
And I love all the kinds. My iTunes is classical, jazz, country, blues, hip-hop, hard rock, everything.
Did you ever see yourself playing in a band, live band?
No. I like to go to see live bands, but no, I mean, I love to listen to it, but I don't, I mean, if I want to play, I'll just play by myself at home.
Give me a name of a band that you really love.
Led Zeppelin, REM, Foo Fighters, the Beatles, I could go on and on. Mostly classic rock, but there's a lot of other bands that I like.
And I love music too. Can you tell us maybe somebody up and coming right now that you listen to, or maybe the mainstream media doesn't listen to?
To be honest, no, I haven't followed.
So you're old school.
I'm old school, but if I hear something I like, I'll research them.
Okay. Because definitely Atlanta, where we in Atlanta, Atlanta is a music town.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not Motown,
It's okay. It's okay.
but we're a music town.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, another thing about teaching. What do you love about teaching the game of pool?
What makes me happy about it is to watch my students improve. It's and then for them to call and text me and tell me they won their league match or they came with this great shot that I taught them. It's really, really rewarding.
Definitely. And I can imagine too, as a coach, they're hearing the good report back on they're really learning the game and they're excited about it. So definitely, I understand what you mean as far as you wanting to hear back from your students how good they're doing and what they're doing. Let's get into the pool because me and you talked about off camera. We're trying to clean up the game of pool because pool has been viewed in a negative light.
Correct.
In your mind, what are some of the stereotypes about pool?
Smoky pool halls with lots of gambling and fights and things like that. So, not to say it still doesn't happen, but most of the pool rooms these days are usually smoke-free. And I feel like the image has really been cleaned up now. I think the women's tour actually helped do that a lot.
Definitely. I believe so too. Last but not least, what are some of your upcoming projects or some of the things that you get into that maybe some of the viewers don't know about that you're doing?
Projects?
Do you have anything coming up?
No, not really. I actually just love to teach, and then the rest of the time I stay home with my dogs and my husband, and I love to chill. So yeah, nothing big project.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I think this has been a great informative interview. I think some of our listeners will appreciate some of the knowledge that dropped today. We're going to ask you to do one drill and some of the beginners that might
for sure.
love to see or might be inspired to continue to play the game of pool. So when we come back, we're going to have Alex set up a drill for some of you guys. Maybe it might inspire you to go further in pool. So when we come back, we got that drill.